candidate to M.O.M. So this is M.O.M, Mad Pow Operations Monitor. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Team pile drivers.
Team pile drivers.
All right. So speak up. You got 10 minutes. Go.
Yeah. All right. So we set out initially looking at representing project status, but then thinking about it, the bigger question in our minds was how are our people doing rather than our projects? Because there have been a lot of project management systems, and a lot of kinds of ways of visualizing project status, and it's kind of hard to quantify in a way the work that we do in a way that's updatable real time. So we started asking questions like, who's working on what? Is this person available to do something or just to chat right now? How busy are people? What's their mood like? How are they feeling about the work that they're doing? What's their work-life balance like right now? Is there a way that we can kind of track that? Are they in and out of the office? A lot of the stuff that we actually use email for right now that kind of becomes this noise in our inboxes every day. That is nice because we like to know it, but we don't necessarily want it cluttering our inboxes. Also things like, are there guests coming into the office? Do we need to kind of look presentable? Things that affect our emotional states, like, am I going to be able to get that conference room? How do I call? Do we have supplies? How's the internet doing? How's the temperature in our office doing? It's never right. Where did you get all these questions from? Yeah, I mean, we have so many every day-to-day problems that our company has and many other companies surely do. So also, what kinds of events are people attending after work? Where's everyone going to lunch or going to happy hour later? So lots of questions. We broke these kind of down into personnel questions, what are people doing, and environmental questions, what are our surroundings like? We wanted to build something that really gave us a sense of what designer Lisa Reichelt calls ambient intimacy, just kind of a feed and a general sense of how people are doing. So our solution is a big board app in a way, so a big TV screen picture or a big Microsoft Surface, some kind of large screen in your office space. Also works as a web app, it would be fully responsive, of course, so you can get to it from your phone, your iPad, wherever. We focused in the time that we had for the Slam on one primary static screen, assuming that it could be a TV, so it's not necessarily interactive, but there could be screens flying away. Yeah. So focused on just the static screen, but it could be more dynamic, more interactive, it could be gestural, any kinds of things could be going on. So the big focus is really on individuals, breaking out everyone in the company. If it's for a bigger company or a bigger office, then we have to scroll through or kind of scale in some other way. And then also at the top we have kind of what's going on today, tomorrow, and kind of upcoming down the road, just to give a sense for really quick. I don't know how best to hold this. We also wanted to provide an outlet with things like tweets and stuff, just kind of keeping apprised of what's going on in the company, but also achievements, like what are people really excited about right now? We just launched this project that was, awful, not to mention any names, but there was a certain project that was terrible and people were really excited when it was finally done. But there's a lot of really great projects that are also really exciting too. So we wanted to just give an outlet for people to really announce that when things are going on. There's also kind of an alert system that can pop in. There's pile driving today from 11 to 3:30. Make sure you don't have any clients in the office because you won't be able to hear yourself think. So those are kind of all the things we focus on for this initial view. There could be a lot of other information that could work in if it was interactive. So some of the challenges are, obviously, we didn't have a visual designer, but we did our very, very best to make something awesome in a little bit of time. So there's some color. Yeah.
More than one color.
Yeah. Right. There are visual designs, actually. Sure. I think they're under
Yeah.
So, we are also, these are all kind of just the stock photos, but here we have kind of some emotional photos. The idea is you can kind of set your mood status using a photo of yourself, so people can see like, oh, I'm like freaking out right now, or like, I'm doing pretty good. So it's just like as easy as changing your status on your HipChat app. We'd probably integrate with something like HipChat where everyone's kind of setting their statuses anyway. So, yeah, sure. So, photo, I already talked about name, title, just to know. The colored backgrounds represent your department, kind of like experience design, visual design. So we get a visual sense on the overall board of kind of where everybody is. There's icons for how busy you are. The busy bee is the busiest status. There might be a turtle if you're really slow. For animals to represent these things. And then we have the work-life balance, which kind of tips depending on how you're doing. And then we have, this is the expand, there's kind of two views we were thinking of, just kind of the high level or breaking out and also including projects that you're working on. So project name, client, a little icon to represent, how well the project is going, how you're feeling about the project. Maybe you just achieved something, or maybe there's like an emergency and like don't want anyone to talk to you right now. And then something like tweets or your hip chat status or your mom status is a way to kind of just give people a peek into what's going on.
Mom cares about
So,
you.
mom cares.
And mom knows everything
Mom knows
that's going
best.
on.
Yes. So our challenges, as I said, visual design, but there's a lot of iteration that could be done. This could be a really kick-ass looking big screen. So other things we thought about were visibility, the privacy of it. Would people really be honest about how they're feeling? Personally, we think this would work well in a company like ours, with a culture like ours, where we're very open and our company cares about how we're doing as people. It might not work at some bigger companies where there's different social pressures, but there's a lot of other companies like us, once again, who are moving in this direction. And also people can have privacy controls to not share information they weren't comfortable sharing. So data entry is another big challenge. We want to, as much as possible, scrape things automatically using either some scraping or APIs, stuff from things that people are using already, like HipChat, Twitter, their Outlook calendars, their timesheets, things like those. And as where we can kind of inject into those workflows that already exist, so it's not a hassle for people to be entering data and tracking their moves and things in some other workflow. Or unifying some of those different things into one interface. So in addition to automatic stuff, we have human prodding, thinking of getting project managers or managers to check in on people. They do that anyway, but in some way kind of logging that activity, whether it's kind of voice automatically transcribing the conversation and checking for tone and different things that could be used to analyze sentiment analysis. And natural language processing to kind of pick up on what's going on in conversations. So a little big brother, there's a slippery slope here as to how creepy it could get, but it could be a really interesting source of insight into how companies are doing and feeling. Also, we have personified system prodding, so mom cares about you. Mom would have her character, a voice, whether there's an avatar or not. There's this thing, this system that is keeping track of how you're doing. We would also have some kind of ubiquitous widget, I think I was getting at, that you could just kind of on demand go and enter your mood, change your avatar, things like that. So those are kind of the challenges, and we think they're all pretty addressable. So as a bonus, we really focused on just what's going on now, maybe in the next couple days, how are people feeling right now. But as a bonus, all of this data would be stored, of course, and could be used to generate some reports to see how people are doing, projects, departments, offices, and the company as a whole over time. So at the end of the year, look back retrospective, how were people feeling? End of a project, kind of what are all these tweets that people were freaking out, what was going on here? Let's go back and look at that and see if there was something we could avoid in future projects. Also, another bonus, the big board we think would just show off really well to clients. It's pretty shiny. And it could also have kind of some welcome messages, when people come into the office, showing off the work that we're doing for them or the work we've done for them in the past and getting them thinking about, us and our existence as an awesome company and an awesome company to work with. So I think that's it, unless I missed anything.
Love your mom.
All right, are you show us?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to walk around?
Yeah.
You got 30 seconds.
I've got nothing to show but a tattoo.
That's our logo.
What a lovely tattoo.
Ring card girl.